Hey, Mar.
Andrew!
What's going on? You get divorced again, I heard?
Yeah, I did.
Want to talk about it?
Yeah, I do.
All right, ready?
Here we go.
Welcome.
Two.
The
Happy.
Never
After.
Pod.
Yes. Podcast is one word.
I know, but that's why it's funny. What?
Oh, good.
Nothing. Fucking primadonna?
I got sensitive ears.
Welcome to the Happy Never After podcast. Where
Oh, he's one of these guys.
I am Mara Merrick. This is Andrew T.
Hello,
Collin,
everybody. Thank you.
And joining us immediately, with this very special, is Mark Normand.
Yes, I am retarded. Very retarded. Special needs.
And Marshall's here, too.
Marshall's there over the couch.
But Mark is here. Mark Norman, he has an hour on Comedy Central.
Yes.
And a half hour and some late night stuff, and his tongue is going. Well, you got an interesting tongue there.
Do I?
It's wide, huh?
We
That's
have to.
wide.
We should
Yeah.
do the contest.
Girthy.
Oh,
Yeah.
you want to go?
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah,
You could go
You're
quicker,
speaking.
huh?
You
There's
guys
some
practice.
stutters.
So what's going on, man?
Oh, same old, same old. It's the new year, new me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What are you getting rid of, or what are you adding?
I'm gay now, but I'm getting rid of the AIDS. No, just the same shit. You're running around doing comedy.
Yeah.
I feel like I never have a good answer for how you been.
Yeah,
And
me
it's-
neither.
That's how low my self-esteem is that I freak out. I'm like, I got nothing, But, comedy, living it up.
What'd you do for the holiday?
I had a big party on New Year's, saw the family for Christmas, then party for New Year's, and, I had a good time. A lot of celebs at the party.
Whoa.
At your own apartment?
No, I went to a party. I would never have one at my apartment.
No, that'd be
smaller
terrible.
than this room. Nice place, but tiny. Much like my dick. But that didn't make sense at all. But yeah, great party.
Your dick could be attractive and small.
Well, yeah, but I said it was a place.
Oh, yeah.
So-
Well, it's a place to go.
I guess so, yeah. It's
Yeah.
a place to meet.
Yeah, you can hang out there.
Yeah, it's like the Max on Saved by the Bell.
So you went to a party. A lot of celebs, huh? Who was there, huh?
B-list, but they were like cool New York celebs. Keegan-Michael Key of Key and Peele.
Damn.
He was there.
Oh.
That's
Parker
it?
Posey, the Queen of Indies.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know Parker Posey? Have you seen A Mighty Wind or
No.
Best in Show?
I've seen Best in Show.
All right.
Good dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do love good dogs.
No, it's a funny movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that your thing now, going to parties with celebs?
I didn't know it was going to be a hot place to be, so it was all a shocker.
No,
Did you
those
dress
parties.
appropriately?
I wore, a silly outfit, New Year's, a lot of ruffles and a blazer.
Perfect.
Well, Dumb and Dumber style.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, blue?
The shirt was blue
Yeah.
and the blazer was black. I just did a touch of silly,
Just a
I
touch.
Did
don't
you
wanna be
bring a
that guy.
date with you?
Brought a hot date.
Ooh.
Yeah, got her out of the wheelchair and brought her right over. Wasn't easy.
Dragged her?
A lot of dragging. We got her like a
There
little.
was snow.
We got her a red flyer, and we just put her right in that thing.
Nice little wagon.
Yeah, she likes red and candy.
Yeah, you wanted the blue shirt.
Yeah.
Can't give her everything.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna buy a red fluffy shirt if I have a blue one,
Yeah.
But yeah, good New Year. Kissed her at midnight.
Has it been a while since you made out with a girl at midnight?
No.
No, I'm saying like for New Year's.
I try to do an every year thing. Yeah, once a year.
Yeah.
I always map it out. I got to have somebody that's so sad without the midnight kiss.
Yeah, you're
It's
just
a real
alone
bummer.
in the corner.
Yeah,
Would you
like-
leave the party early if you felt like it wasn't going to happen?
I would.
Yeah.
One time I did a gig in Seattle, and it was a New Year's gig with Schumer. We did some big arena, and we went to the top of the Space Needle for the big party because she's
Yeah.
got to go big, And I was like, oh, God, what if there's no one up there to smooch? It's going to be all couples. So I was panicking. So I really just tongue-fucked a waitress.
Oh, no.
I mean, she was pretty,
Yeah.
but I could tell that she was like, I'm working, and I was like, I'm working, and we chatted, and yeah,
And you just went in for it.
I went in, and she reciprocated, and that was not the only needle.
Hey, yo,
That night.
that
Hey-yo.
place. Did you take her home?
No. She had another double shift. But we had a good run. It was good. All I wanted was the makeout, just traditional. I haven't missed a year since '88.
Dude did that to me on New Year's
He
once.
forced the kiss?
He forced the kiss, but he was a twin, so I couldn't figure out which one. I was like,
The fight?
Who did?
That's
Oh, weird.
Which one of you did it?
Yeah.
Weird. I bet
I was
twins
like-
get away with that a
Yeah.
lot.
I was like, that was trick move.
Sexual assault? Yeah, it's brilliant.
Oh,
Nah,
yeah.
it was Jimmy. It was Jimmy.
Hey, just do one of these. You know?
At that point, they both go to jail, I think. If they're in, they might both be in on it, you know?
Yeah, I guess so. What's that called? The Houdini?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, where the one twin bangs you, and then you think it's the other one, but it's actually his brother.
Damn.
Oh.
Yeah. College was crazy.
Where'd you go? LSU, right? Or no?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Big
went to
college
3
guy? Were you in a
colleges.
frat?
I was. I got kicked out
What for?
drinking too much. Yeah.
That's impressive.
pretty impressive.
Either that or like a pretty shitty frat.
They were pretty shitty. They were low key and dumb. Plus, I didn't pay my dues, and I knew I was getting kicked out. So he was like, "Hey, what do they call you? Pledge.
Yeah.
Hey, pledge." Brought me over. He goes, "Get over here." It was a big party, and he goes, "Take this money and go buy a bunch of beer and liquor." And I go, "You got it." And I remember counting the money, and it was like $280, and I just never went back. So that was it.
What do you do with the 280? You get a whole new life?
I bought a horse. No, I just, yeah, I mean, at 18, it was like the most money I'd ever had. So I just, lived it up for a while.
Have you ever been married?
No, come on. Are you kidding?
What, a young Southern gentleman like yourself?
Yeah.
All my friends are married. Yeah, the South will do that to you. But no, I'm not married or never been.
We've been pretty close.
Yeah, but marriage, I couldn't
Did you say
cross
we?
that line.
You've been pretty
Oh,
close.
you've been pretty close.
Yeah,
Oh.
couldn't make the leap. She wanted to, but I just
Oh.
couldn't do it.
Were you living together?
Yeah.
What happened?
Comedy, you start fading and then, cheating and then all that's good stuff. And I think it was a high school sweetheart, so I think I knew kind of early that, not early, but I knew after a few years it was not meant to be. And yeah, and then it just faded out from there. But it was the hardest thing I've ever done was ending that thing.
How'd you do it? Over text?
Nah, actually, it was a phone call.
Was it a
It
phone
was a
call?
phone call, which I'm not good with. Yeah, I was in L.A. and I had like
You got your first late night?
no, it was last comic standing, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I'm in the Burbank Hilton and I'm just pacing and I had it's a long story if you really want to get into
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
All right. So I had the craziest comedy week of all time. I'm going through this horrific breakup. Me and the lady are on the rocks. We live together. I'm in LA. I'm so excited to get to LA just to get out of the house because we live in a shoebox apartment. The tension was crazy. We were both poor, So this comedy week, I was doing Last Comic Standing one night. 2 nights later, recording my album. And then after that, that was in Wisconsin. Then after that, going to do my half-hour presents for Comedy Central. So I had an album taping, a Comedy Central presents, and Last Comic Standing in the same week with a breakup going on. So it was
Oh
a
my
lot.
God.
2014. So there's a lot going on. So the album was first. So I went out with my manager. We went and got Thai food in Wisconsin, which I don't recommend. I got some kind of bug, and I hooked up with a gal that night in Wisconsin. I remember eating ass. So I don't know if it was the asshole
food
or the food.
Could have been both.
Could have been both. Could have been both. So I got some
Was she
kind
Thai? She
maybe-
wasn't Thai.
She was, but maybe she had food poisoning and I pretty much ate it and I
Oh.
got it. So, so I went down on her back door and I ate at the back door Thai place. And somehow I got food and I was just on stage. I remember just being like, whew, I'm sweaty.
For your special? Or for
No,
your
this is
for the
the
recording?
album was
Yeah.
first. Did that. So that was like 3 nights. Then I left there. By the 3rd night, I was just like white. I had a white tongue. I remember I was shitting water.
God.
My stomach was distended like an African kid, you know? And it was just like, it felt weird. But I was like, I got TV. I have Last Comic Standing. So I check into this LA hotel. And I've got the breakup. She's texting. We're texting. Plus, you got to do all this bullshit with reality TV where you sit in a van for 8 hours and you get interviewed and you have to do wardrobe. And they really fuck you. It's like slave labor over there. And so I do 2 shows at Last Comic Standing, Friday, Saturday. Friday night, killed it. Roseanne said, this is on YouTube somewhere, she goes, you had the best set of the night. I went, yes, oh my God. She's like, you're advanced. I go, thank you. Next night, the whatever it was, the food poisoning, the illness, it hit me hard, and I didn't know what it was because I've had food poisoning before, and it wasn't food poisoning. So I'm like, I think I have AIDS. I don't know what it is.
That's
I
a
got
quick
the white
AIDS.
tongue,
Quick AIDS,
something. But I was just equating this whore in Wisconsin to whatever I had.
Yeah.
So I kept telling the last comic stand-up people, like, hey, I gotta go to the doctor. Like, and I'm not a doctor guy. I don't have health care. I never go. And she was like, yeah, you look terrible. Like big bags. I couldn't sleep. I was a mess.
Did you tell him because it's eating asshole?
I didn't mention that. So I go to the hospital, and this is the craziest doctor ever. He's this short, fat Indian guy, and he goes, so what's the problem? But he's got like a thick accent, and I'm freaking out. I'm just like, I think I have something. I think I have AIDS. I really do. Because like there was nothing on my dick or anything, but the body was so torn up. Something was off. So the guy was like, are you gay? And I was like, no. He's like, are you white? And I was like, yeah. He goes, you don't have AIDS. I swear to God he said that. That was a doctor. Indian guy.
You should have been on Last Comic Standing.
I know,
Yeah, he's
funny
great.
guy. So I kept going, well, what do you, I got something. He's like, nah, you're just stressed out. I'm like, stressed out? And he's like, I'm like, look at my tongue. It's white, sheet white. He goes, you're thirsty. I go, Jesus Christ. Well, what about my stomach? He goes, you're fat. I go, Jesus Christ. What the hell's going on with this guy? So I go, I'm shitting water. He goes, it's the bad tie. So he had an answer for everything.
Yeah.
So I go, what the fuck did I pay for? I got roasted by a little Indian guy. Now I'm going home. So I got nothing out of that. He was like, just get some sleep and, take a load off. So then that night, I'm just freaking out. I got AIDS. I remember I called Joe List because he had herpes. I was like, that's close enough. And I was like asking him about it. And he's like, you're fine. I don't know what to tell you. And my neck was crooked because I was so stressed out.
Yeah.
So he was kind of right because I had something, but the stress was like amplifying it to
100%.
hell and back. Yeah. So then I went on Last Comic Stand that night. So I got TV that night, and I'm fucking shell of a human being. I'm a mess. I'm shitting water. All my underwear are just ruined, but I'm living out of a suitcase. So I got shit-stained underwear. My hotel room's just covered in jizz.
You can't
and
postpone
sadness.
it. You couldn't postpone
No, this is it. It's a contest. So this is it. Primetime TV.
Yeah.
So I go out there and I have my jokes ready, and I had friends come out, and I just bomb. Like I'm covered in sweat. I'm white as a ghost. I'm out there. And Roseanne was like, I gotta be honest, I don't know what happened. I mean, you killed it last night, the best set, and now you're a fucking mess. What's wrong with you? You sick? I go, I got AIDS. And it killed a giant theater. And of course they cut it out. Gah! So I said, I have AIDS. They cut that out. And then the guy goes, it was Keenan Ivory Wayans, Russell Peters, and Roseanne. And Keenan Ivory Wayans goes, yeah, what happened? I thought you were great. And I go, well, thanks, Damon. That killed. They cut that out, too. And then Russell Peters said something. I said, well, I can't do voices. Unlike you, or something like I roasted basically all of them, and they cut it all out, and they just wiped me clean of the show. And I really felt like if you saw some of the other talent on there, I think I could have really cleaned up. But this virus had me. So I leave LA, and here's the clinker. I took a blood test when I was at the doctor. So a couple days go by. Now I'm in Boston to shoot the half hour. And I'm
Wait,
still
you
a
didn't
mess.
talk about talking.
phone call.
Yeah, the phone call.
Oh, sorry. I totally blacked her out of my life. So that night,
You just wanted to talk about comedy.
yeah,
I
that's all
met
wanted.
Roseanne.
So that night, I bombed
Which
on
night?
Last Comic
Okay, yeah.
Standing.
Oh, so you're sad.
I'm so sad. I'm miserable. I hate myself. It's been days of this disease. I don't know what it is. I'm freaking out. So I just called her and I just laid it all on the line. It was like a 7-hour phone call, just pacing and breaking up and kind of getting back together and then breaking up again and being like, do we want to do this? Maybe we're not. I mean, it was 12 years of just having it was like sawing off a leg, like you get to a tendon, you're like, I can't do it. And you're like, fuck it, I got to do it. Now we're at the bone. You got to just keep going, And it was a long breakup. It had to be long. And I remember this is the saddest part. She's like, well, what are you doing tomorrow? I'm like, I got to go to Boston. She's like, maybe I'll just come to Boston. What about that? What if we could work it out? I'm like, no. If you come to Boston, we'll get back together. It's a whole thing. So she was like, well, what if I just want to see your last half hour. We've been talking about the half. I was just talking about it.
Yeah.
Bumming me out. But so that was that. And then obviously we met up a few times and tried to remain cordial and civil, but it was not meant to be.
Not working.
Do you think if you had a good set that night and you weren't sick, that you would have
Would've
still
stayed
would you
together?
have made that phone call, or do you think it all compile? Like,
I think I would have still done it. Like after I did it, I was crying and I was a mess, but I was like, I feel better.
it's interesting you picked that time. To
Yeah.
do it. Like,
Did you feel healthier? Also?
I did because I never do that kind of shit ever in my life. I'll live out something for the rest of my life and just bottle it in.
Yeah.
And so that was the first time I was like, I got to do this for me, even though I'm so, I have zero self-worth. So I'm like, who am I? I don't matter.
Yeah.
But if she's having a good time, I'll do it for her. But
Why do you have zero self-worth?
I think parental stuff.
Are they together?
Oh, yeah.
And
Which isn't good.
So nothing to blame.
they're not good?
Well, they're just, they work hard. They had kids. They keep working hard. That's about it. It's not like, hey, kids, get in here.
Not
Just
really
like,
any emotional support.
Yeah, like we're working. You were on your own. You figure it out. We brought you onto the planet. You're lucky about that. Keep it moving.
Do you feel like you're that way in your relationship?
I'm trying not to be. I got right into therapy. I did two things I've always wanted to do when I broke up. Because breaking up, you're just kind of like, all right, I'm a clean Etch-a-Sketch. I'm shaken clean.
Yeah.
I can do whatever I want. No more excuses. So I started taking boxing, which I always wanted to do, but I just kept putting off. And I started going to therapy. And they were both amazing. Therapy changed my life. I highly recommend it. It should be mandatory. Everybody should do it. You should be in therapy. You should definitely be in therapy. Everybody should do it. There's a weird stigma with it. People are like, hey, fuck you. You're in it.
Yeah,
you got to be in it, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Jesus
not now,
Christ.
but yeah.
It was invented for you. But yeah. So you got to do it. And the guy, my therapist, is a mensch and a killer. He really helped me and all this shit. And you don't realize how fucked up you are until you go. And it just started with the breakup sadness, but then it opened this whole other world of like how big of a piece of shit I am totally. So
you're
went
going
to Boston.
So you're going to Boston.
Went to Boston. Now I'm a single man with some kind of virus, and I'm sitting down,
ready to go take on the world.
The blood test phone call comes in.
Blood test phone call comes in. The shoot is at
You
like
have
5.
AIDS.
Yeah, hold on. So the blood test comes in. I get a phone call. The shoot is at 5. The phone call comes in at like 2. Oh, by the way, last night in L.A., I met some gal. No, that's I get the dates wrong. All right, so wake up in Boston, or we take a flight to Boston. We're in Boston. It's like 1 o'clock. I go to a hotel. I'm like, I just got to take a load off. 2 o'clock, phone rings. I go, hello? And he goes, Mark, it's your doctor. Are you sitting down? I go, oh my God. You never want to hear that from a doctor.
Are you standing up you want to hear?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good point. So I go, oh my God, this is going to be brutal. So I go, yeah, I'm sitting down. He goes, well, you have H Pylori. And I go, oh my God, you start with an H. I thought it was HIV. Jesus Christ.
No, you also have that too.
Yeah, that's a given.
Yeah.
So I have H. pylori, which is this disease or a virus you get from eating fecal matter.
Oh, it's not HPV. It's H. pylori.
H. pylori. It's
its own
completely
little thing.
an edible thing or a stomach thing.
And you get it from eating that.
You get it from poo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Just like you get pink eye from getting it in your eye.
Yeah, I had pink stomach.
Pink
Well, you could have
stomach.
had shit in the Thai food too.
True. It's
Let's
an
not
age-old
completely
question.
keep blaming the girl,
That's true. I'm fine with
There
that.
could be a lot of, or you ate your own shit while jerking off or something weird. No, nothing? All right.
Nah, I don't know about that. But yeah. So I have H. pylori, and I was like, well, what the hell is H. pylori? He goes, oh, you take a couple antibiotics, you're good to go. I was like, oh my God. I danced around the room. I did cartwheels and everything. I jerked off. And I had the show tonight, and I had a skip in my step. But if you watch this set of mine on Comedy Central, I look like death. I'm this bloated. I got sweat coming down. My makeup is running because they put makeup on you. You gotta if you click on Mark Norman on Google, like the first image is this picture. Thank you, internet. But I look. Even my mom was like, "What happened? Were you stung by bees? Were you laying in a river for 3 days? You look horrible." And I was like, "It's H. pylori. What could you do?"
Sounds caring.
Yeah, exactly. That was the review. You looked like shit.
What did you think of the joke? I don't know. I didn't get past the first 2 minutes. You look
You
like
look
shit.
like shit.
Yeah, exactly. So, that was that.
Now,
But,
why did you go to AIDS? Were you like a hypochondriac and you were with your girlfriend for so long that?
Because Andrew always.
No, I always go to
Go
AIDS.
to
I always
AIDS.
go to AIDS.
I go to AIDS too.
Every time I go to AIDS.
Because it's the worst
I
one.
skip
That's
everything.
why.
Yeah, I
You
don't
go-
care if my dick looks like the bottom of a barnacle boat or something. Like as long as the engine's good. Like,
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I don't care about the other STDs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but some of the other ones you can't fix either.
Huh?
I said
But they
some of
won't kill you.
Yeah, but they won't dying of AIDS also makes me think like everyone's gonna
Wait,
judge
didn't
me.
the
I'm like more
Godfather
about the
die from some sort of STD?
The Godfather.
You think of
I
Al
mean, like-
Capone?
Yeah,
or
that
Abe
one.
Lincoln? Maybe.
He had syphilis.
Yeah.
Died
That
of
kills you.
syphilis.
Yeah, syphilis. Yeah, you could die of anything back in the day. I mean,
Yeah. It's true. Even H. Pylori.
yeah, you would have died of it. You would have died from eating asshole.
Oh, what a way to
If
go.
it was just 3 years ago, or whatever.
The eulogy. He loved eating ass.
And Thai food.
Yeah, he died doing what he loved.
Your tombstone will just say it was the Thai food.
Right.
I swear to God, it was the Thai
I
food.
swear to God.
So you go to Boston, so you have to wear. So then now you're single though. Now you're healed.
I banged a girl in Boston after the special. But I remember if she was like, "You okay?" Because I'm sweating over her. I'm disgusting. I look like James Gandolfini, you know. And I was like, "Don't worry, it's H. pylori. It's a stomach disease
From
It's-
eating?
Yeah, it's not a sexual thing." And she was like, "All right."
Did you eat
But
her
it
ass?
was.
I did not eat her ass, and I'm terrified.
Why you already had it?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to get double H. You know,
Have you been eating ass since?
every now and then. Yeah, I like a good asshole session, but yeah, I'm very care now. I look at it and examine.
Oh yeah, you
know,
like
this
the
is-
lights on of that?
Oh yeah, I want to really get a good look at that. I put on like a jeweler's loop and really get in there. You know?
That's the-
We have one of our sponsors is a bidet. Maybe you should get. I know.
Send me one.
Have you ever used one before?
I have used one once and it changed my life. It was
Yeah,
amazing.
right.
Yeah, I love it.
Everyone says that, and then they don't take the extra step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to get one, it's hellotushy.me, and our promo code is happy butthole.
Yeah, type in happy butthole, go to hellotushy.me, get yourself one. You just attach it, $70. You got your
Mark will
clean
eat your ass afterwards.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, no pylori in there.
No, I'll eat a whole meal off of it. We'll make like a little table out of your asshole.
Pylori.
Yeah.
sounds nice when you say it. Mwah.
H. pylori.
It's a pylori. So it's funny when a doctor tells you that you're white and you're straight and you can't get like it's a weird thing to tell someone because then they're
Yeah.
gonna go fuck raw dog in the butt and be like I can't get, you know what I mean?
It's
like
true.
it gives you like a false sense of confidence. I think.
It is true, and like he's like it's 99% gay, and like I don't know, it's like some black people have it, gay or straight, but like
Yeah.
white people it's mostly gay. So he's not like trying to be an asshole or
Yeah.
whatever. He's just saying I'm a this is what I see, you know.
Yeah.
So that was kind of fun to hear from an Indian guy because you know it's not like hey he's a minority too. So that was fun, but.
Aren't you saying that after your STD test? I'm always like, "Whoa, I'm clean. Let's keep it that way."
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
Yes
Yeah.
and no. I don't know. Sometimes I think it gives you like a false sense of like, oh no, I can fuck out. Oh, I fucked way worse than like you compare the fucks. And then I don't know, you feel like you can go out and get nasty again.
I do think after, because I've had so many scares and then been clean so many times that I start to think like maybe they're lying about the numbers. You know, they always say 1 in 4 people have herpes. I'm like,
Yeah.
could it be 1 in 4? Because that means somebody in this room has herpes.
Yeah.
I mean, statistically.
Could be 3 of us.
Could be 3, exactly. Yeah. So I think the numbers are a little skewed to scare us, which is probably for the best.
Yeah, that's true.
It's kind of like how they put fluoride in the water just automatically because it's good for your teeth. Same with the herpes statistic. Just lie to them so
Make it
less
seem
will
worse.
get it. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Well, maybe it's just like a worldwide also. 'Cause,
Well, they'll
I mean,
say America or they'll say New
Oh.
York.
well,
I
that's
mean,
pretty
Google it. You
common.
can Google it right now. I bet it's 1 in 5,
But it's
1 in
interesting
4.
in Africa. There's like places where everyone's straight, but they all have it. You know, there's
Yeah.
so much AIDS.
A lot of AIDS
and
out
AIDS
there.
just goes all around. But then here, I don't know.
A lot of people are
Because a lot of
born
people
with
don't
it
wear
there.
condoms anymore. Huh? What's that? A lot
I
of
said
people
a lot
are
of
born.
people are born with
I
it.
think it's hard to be born with AIDS. We always talk about AIDS on this show.
We do talk about AIDS a lot.
Really?
So
We know nothing
So
about
you're
it.
dating. So after you, yeah, we don't.
Yeah, you guys
Really
don't know
don't.
much about AIDS.
No, I got 2 AIDS tests in my life last week and when I was a virgin. So that was.
Oh,
I
dude.
lived with it in my
Don't
mind,
you
thinking
get
I
them
had
every
it, but I
time
was
you
too
get
afraid to
an
take
STD
it.
test? Don't you get them every time you get an STD
No.
test?
You got to get blood.
You got to
I think.
ask.
Oh, no, it's not blood. Never mind. It's the cotton swab in the mouth.
Well, you can
Yeah,
get
and
blood
you can get
work
it
done.
immediately.
You get like your cholesterol or whatever, like get your blood work. You have to go. Oh, and by the way, AIDS too.
test, yeah.
Oh, I'm not talking about general. I'm talking about like if you. Well, I go to a gyno and then they
Do
just ask 'em.
gynos do women HIV tests all the time?
Well, if you ask,
You gotta ask.
I'm like, let's just while you're in there.
yeah. How about a full? Why? Yeah, it should just be part of the whole tune-up.
right?
Sure, yeah. It's like fill up the washer fluid. You know? You got the hood open.
Yeah.
Right?
It sucks that you have to ask the extra.
Yeah.
Just the extra.
They
you
should
know?
just do it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you get the mint with the check. AIDS test.
Yeah, just get
with the check.
Yeah,
you
get
know?
them with the check.
Right. Huh. Yeah, I took an AIDS test on a podcast once, which was the scariest moment of my
Oh.
life because, if I had AIDS, there was like a live audience there. They would have been like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
Which you know, you don't want to. It's like a Price is Right, but with AIDS.
Yeah.
And then
Come on down.
$1. So that was terrifying. And also, if you're going to have AIDS be revealed, it's going to be on a podcast. I felt like this could be it. Like,
That
it feels right.
Yeah.
But it didn't
Like with
happen.
your luck in your life, this would be the way to find out. Yeah.
And sadly, all the jokes I've written, all the sets I've done, all the traveling I've done, that would be my break.
Yeah.
You know, sadly. Oh, it's the AIDS guy with the podcast.
You're like
thing.
you'll get an HBO special, like the cancer
Yeah,
guy that
yeah,
never
exactly.
died. That
Yeah.
he's living great.
I know, that guy. Jesus Christ.
He tricked everyone. He was on
Yeah.
Ellen. It was unbelievable.
I know.
Maybe we should have AIDS.
Wait, he doesn't have cancer?
No, he had like a week, like not like death cancer. Like he claimed that he was dying, like in a few months, and then he never died.
Oh
Yep.
my god.
Well, he never got anything after that, right?
No, and I see him boozing it up all the time and like, eating hamburgers and shit. I'm like, I'm living more nervous than this guy, and he's got cancer.
Well, I guess
Quote,
if you're
unquote.
dying, you might as well have a burger.
I guess, but when's the dying going to kick in, huh, folks? It's been a couple of years.
He's gonna die of diabetes before
Yeah,
of cancer.
he might.
Yeah. He ate himself to death in a limo.
In a limo.
So then you were single for a while, right? After that,
Oh, for years. I
Yeah.
mean, I lived it up.
yeah, for how?
You know. Yeah, we had a good run. I mean, it was
Sure.
one night.
I think it was
But,
also when you were still in your relationship. I
oh,
keep going.
jeez.
What happened?
Thanks for dropping that bomb.
What happened with you two?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. We just
Nothing.
fucked.
She gave me AIDS.
Yeah.
Oh, that might
I
have
didn't
been
realize that we were going to be revealing this.
Oh, I thought
when
that's why you
I've
had me
never
on.
seen you more red. When I go we,
I've seen her more red.
you go and pink. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
It's just a roast of Mara's vagina for the next 30 minutes. When you said you or something, I go we, and Mara gave me a look like, we're not going there. And then thank God you did, because she would have killed me.
Well, it's too weird. You're sitting right here. Come on. It's too much.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a
Anyway.
text. I'm gonna get a text at 1 in the morning. Like, really? But he's a great looking guy. He's a great catch.
I know. It was a great
Oh.
fuck. It was a great
was a
fuck.
good
Was
time.
he in
It
a
was a-
cab or something?
We did get kicked out of a cab.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Beach.
Oh, you got
Yeah.
kicked out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was giving a blowjob in the cab.
What kind of cab driver gets mad about that?
Well, my dick was against the little partition. So he was upset. I was trying to pay with it.
Smacked on the glass.
Yeah. Cab beach, yeah.
How'd y'all meet?
Oh, you know. Ashley Madison.
Oh my god! So you're in a relationship now?
Yeah. Which I'm sure is driving you wild, knowing you. Yeah, going well. Can't wait till she hears this one.
I know. I was just thinking, this is great.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Good times.
So what's it like to be romantic with Mara?
Please,
What?
everyone.
Hold on,
everyone,
did
let's
that really happen?
Yes, we really fucked. Okay.
You fucked this guy?
Yes, it was great.
He's a big deal.
It was great.
He's a big deal.
Okay.
He hung out with Parky Parker.
When did this happen?
Parky
No,
Parker.
I don't want to talk about
You already
it.
brought it up.
I didn't bring it up.
You said you blew him in the car.
Is this that shop? I'm surprised you guys all haven't fucked her.
Just.
Oh, you guys? There you go.
I just
When the
want-
fuck did this happen?
No wonder you got the studio
Marshall.
space.
Shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
And you knew this?
Are you guys
Yeah.
dating?
Oh, this is great.
No, she's,
Oh
my,
my god.
She's my trainer.
she's my second daughter. What
I
are you
need.
talking about?
Yes,
God.
I'm like his child. I just want to murder myself right
You
now.
fucked her in the car.
No.
Blowjob.
Oh, you give a blowjob to him?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
it's my
Jesus.
move.
No, they had sex just later, and not in the cab.
Anyway, how is your?
It
Where'd
was
you
the
meet
next
your
cab they
current?
got. Did you get in another cab?
Yes.
Yeah, we had to get out of the cab.
After? You were hard then.
I tucked it down into the pants.
Yeah,
And
I
then-
did think that was the most convenient for chicks. Like, if you get kicked out and you're giving just a blowjob, I had all my clothes on. And he didn't.
Yeah, that's true.
I was like,
pants-
this is inconvenient.
Was it through the zipper?
Zipper.
Oh, my God.
But you get a free ride. No pun intended. They don't charge you.
Yeah, you
We
just
went
get
10
kicked out.
blocks.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, my God. Andrew.
And then when did it spice back up?
Okay,
after?
all right.
Well,
all
you
right.
You got to
Let's-
contain yourself in the next cab so you
Yeah.
can keep it going.
Oh, so you waited till
Yeah, so you don't want to get kicked out again.
Yeah.
We made out at some weird bar that was there was like so much smoking going on.
Yeah, it was like a
for, like-
Caribbean
yeah, it
bar
was
with like
really weird.
reggae and shit going
For a
on. We were the
long
only
time.
white people in there.
Yeah.
Why were y'all there?
It was,
I
just,
don't-
it was
we
like
were
right
with
there.
other people.
Oh, were we?
Yeah.
Oh,
They
we got pretty
they
drunk.
left.
They left because we were too handsy, I think.
Yes.
We. I like that you go we.
Yeah,
We're two
me.
hands.
I was too handsy.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you're
in a relationship
single.
now.
Just tell me historically
No.
when this happened.
No, please.
I don't know. What was that 2014?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's all
Are
I
they
wanna
too
know.
hot?
No.
Oh.
Just my ears are getting sweaty. I think that's what happens when I get turned on.
So you hooked up with her when she was a blonde, though.
Big
Yeah.
blonde.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Just after the first kid.
Look how Marshall perked up over there. He's about to
I was
fall
in back
asleep.
and I heard blowing the taxi. I didn't understand it.
I know
Sorry.
because you were texting the whole
I
time, and
wasn't
you yell at me
texting.
for texting.
He's a very
Okay, so
mean
you're
man.
you're
Sorry.
currently in a
Yeah, it's a little
relationship.
Oh yeah.
Let's just move on to that.
Yeah, what are
Yeah.
you doing with the fucking
That was
knobs?
perfect, though.
What's he doing with the
I'm
knobs?
so
likes the
hot.
Yeah.
I had tubes in my ears as a child.
Jesus.
Did you really?
Oh yeah.
Why?
I had real ear problems as a kid.
What?
Where you from?
New Orleans.
That's that accent.
Is it?
What the fuck that
I've never
is?
heard that in
He's
my
never
life.
heard that.
What is that fucking
It's
thing?
Johnny Carson. That's what it is.
Is that,
It's
yeah,
not-
he's
it's
talking
not-
like he's got a VO voice or some shit.
I'd love
what?
to do VO. Please
Yeah.
hire me.
Yeah, he's gonna hire you because he never hires us. He always offers.
Rory auditioned today.
Yeah. Oh,
Sorry.
today?
Today. And he
Oh.
might get it.
Oh, that's
Albanese?
great. Yes.
Oh, I know Albanese. Good guy.
Yeah, good guy.
He needs the work. The show got canceled.
Did it? Oh,
Yeah,
which one?
Minority
Yeah.
Report or whatever it's called.
oh.
The Late Show. No,
Larry Wilmore.
Larry.
yeah,
Yeah.
the Nightly Show.
Yeah.
That was it. Nobody watched it
So you're living as a single man.
for years, and I
You're
really
throwing around the dick a lot.
I did it. Like I really went too hard. I went like Wilt Chamberlain. I went like Bumble, Tinder, the whole thing, and really like built up a hell of a Rolodex. I had a whole thing in every city. It was crazy.
Do you love sex or do you just love the chase?
I
and
like the chick because once you get inside the gal, you're like, all right, I'm good. And, you know, it's really just about the prospect.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
like you just want the job. You don't actually want to go to work. You know what I mean? I just want to get hired.
Yeah.
You know, so, but, you know, it's fun to bang and all that. But, like, to
So
me,
you
it was.
started boxing and therapy, and then this was.
And then that too, yeah. But it became my whole life. Like I wrote less jokes, and I became less of a good comic, and I was a drunk, because you got to drink just to get through the talking and the where you from, what do you do, what are you gay, you know.
Yeah.
So it was like a lot of whiskey, a lot of bad mornings, a lot of how do I get rid of this person, a lot of how the hell do I get home, where am I? You wake up in the Bronx, you're like Jesus Christ. So it was a wild time, and I'm glad I did it, but I had to cut back because it was kind of ruining my life.
And what was that realization?
You know, just like you wake up on a Monday, hungover, you wake up, you don't know where you are, you don't know who she is, you don't know how, oh shit, did I wear a condom? It was all just stress,
Yeah.
and too much, and you forget what's really important, and blah, 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 every cliche in the book, and you gotta tone it down, because you're actually getting more depressed. Too much of fun stuff is bad for you.
Yeah.
You know, like too much booze, and you know, you stop exercising, and you're getting laid a ton, and women just became numbers. They weren't like people, and I'd see some of them later, and they'd be like, hey, Mark. I'm like, who are you? And they're like, we had sex. You don't remember me? Fuck you. I'm like, I'm sorry. I was in a haze of pussy. So, yeah.
Man, that's
But, hey,
awesome. You live like a rock star.
I lived it up. I lived it
Yeah.
up hard, and I lived in the West Village, so I was right by the Comedy Cellar. I had some wild nights.
It's got to be easy to pull from.
Oh, you could just
You're a
2 blocks
king at
away.
that fucking
yeah.
club.
So you kill on the stage. You
God.
talk to them outside. I'm like, hey, you want to go home? They're like, all right, and that was it.
They probably think you rent the room for the hour.
Probably.
Yeah.
I was still living in the West Village, so I was kind of spending all my money on rent. So my apartment looked like shit. I had like no shit on the walls or anything. My bed sheets were gross. They were like, you know, Spider-Man sheets from my childhood. And I got this hot Jewish mom back to my apartment, and she was like, I can only stay a couple hours, so I have to get back to my kids. I was like, Jesus. It was already like midnight. So we go up there, and we're fooling around. And she just, like, I turn around, and she is naked immediately. Like, I think she was just like a mom who's divorced. It's like, I need it, kind of thing. So we're making out, and I remember I'm still fully clothed, and she looks me in the eye, and she goes, you better not have a small dick. I'm like, Jesus Christ. A lot of pressure.
Mara?
Yeah. And so right then you're like, well, what if I don't get it up? Jeez, like this is a
Yeah.
lot of pressure. So
Jesus.
I dropped trout, and she was like, all right, that'll do, which is a nice feeling. And,
That'll do.
Yeah. Just want to pass the test. I don't need an A. I just need to pass. And so then we went at it, and she was a huge anal fan. So we're going at it. She's screaming. I could tell my roommate was probably waking up and hearing this. And then she slipped it in the tush, and she started squirting. And she was facing me, so I'm like right here, and she was looking at me, squirting all over me, like this way.
And you're in her butt in front of her.
I'm in her. I'm on the butt. We're facing each other. She's on top of me, and just squirting all like my stomach and my pubes are just drenched. So
Mazel tov.
yes, opa. So it was the dead of winter, and I had I still had my AC in because I was too lazy to take it out. So my room is freezing. So I'm getting hit with this hot water, and it was gushing so much. And I remember being like, "This is feels great." And I'm into the squirting. Bring it on, I say. And so we did that for hours, and then. She fell asleep.
For hours?
Yeah, we banged for hours. And she fell asleep, which was like, all right, well, now I'm in this freezing cold apartment. And she took the dry spot. The bed's soaked.
Oh, my God.
So now the bed's freezing. And I'm like shivering.
And her kids are alone.
Her kids are dead, for all I know. But can you imagine? That's your mom. Can you imagine your mom?
Oh,
That's
my
wild.
God.
Yeah, she lived in Brooklyn, like grew up in like Coney Island area. Crazy, like old Jew. And yeah, it was a wild night. And I had to like, ask her to leave because I was so cold. It was freezing. But nice lady.
Why are you looking at me?
I don't know.
You know who I am?
No idea why you're listening or who you are or what's going on.
Doesn't matter.
I feel like we're going to shoot a porn here. You're the director.
Better be big.
Yeah, better not have a small dick.
Andrew, this guy gets fucked all over the place. Don't you feel ridiculous?
No, I'm all right.
Really?
Mark is
Yeah.
a good-looking guy.
I know,
He's a
but he's a
good-looking guy.
good-looking fucking guy also.
Yeah, I'm handsome. Once I do the Comedy Cellar in 19 years, maybe I'll get laid the one night I do a bringer
Maybe
there.
you should go out with him, man.
Huh?
Maybe you can go out with him and give you some points.
He's in a relationship
Yeah,
now.
Oh, you
I
are?
can wing you, I guess, but
No, it's fine. I'll be okay. I'm not the help. I'll be all right. I'm working out now. I got arms now. I'll
Yeah.
fuck. I'm going to fuck this year. A lot.
yeah, you should. I mean, half of it, and you're a lady, tell me if I'm gay here, but half of it is just making the attempt. Like, if you hit on 10 girls, 5 will be somewhat interested, and 3 will be really interested, and 2 will hate you, and 1 will call the police.
You don't find that exhausting, though?
Of course it's exhausting, but I just made it like this will be my life for a while.
Yeah.
So-
I don't want that.
Okay, well then, yeah, don't do it if you don't want it.
Maybe I'll hit on 3 tops.
Okay.
I know. I don't know. It just seems like
Right now, we're excited when he hits on 1 a week.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
One a week.
Yes. 1
I
a
don't
week
know.
is good.
I'm dating online now. I'm doing the online.
Oh, there you go. The online stuff
Yeah.
is fish in a barrel.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a comic, you put the picture of you with the mic.
Yeah.
You know, you Photoshop a decent club in the back. But yeah, you don't want the creek back there. But yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
You mean the upstairs at Broadway won't get me fucked?
Nah.
You think the girl knows?
No, I'm just kidding.
No, I
but
know.
Throw something up there that's not like a
Like,
curtain.
no, that's a
and-
C-rated club.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fuck you.
So, do you have any words of wisdom for the divorced ladies out there?
Oh yeah, I love divorced women. I
Sounds
really
like you
do.
do. You get them wet, all right.
I'm a big fan of older ladies, like 40s, or late 40s, or late 30s. I love all that. That's the sexiest age, if you ask me, because 20s, they're just like, oh, what are we? Like, oh, shut up, grow up. But
I like that your fist clenched.
yeah, I hate them. They're so annoying, and they're looking for a husband kind of thing, and like women who are divorced are like realistic. They can have a conversation. They've seen a little pain, so they're like interesting.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan. So I'd say divorcees, go hit on some young guys because they'll be very flattered and they'll be down.
Yeah, and they get naked before you didn't even have to get them naked. That's
Yeah,
unbelievable.
yeah, she was ready
She
to go.
wearing a dress?
No, she was wearing those like hot leather pants.
And she got those off before
ripped them
you.
off.
Wow.
Very impressive.
You wearing leather?
No. No. Keep me out of this. I'm done for the rest of the show.
So now you're in a relationship.
Yes, loving relationship.
Yeah, we should wrap it up on this.
How long have you been dating?
Geez, who knows? It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you're like, are we dating? Then like, I guess now we're something, and then you make it official.
Do you live together?
No.
Why do you say it like that?
Well, not to brag, Marshall, but I just bought my apartment.
Damn.
Oh,
the one you've been renting?
congratulations.
No, I bought a new place.
Where
A
at?
1-bedroom in the West Village. My goal was to always live in the West Village as a young New Yorker who's lived in every goddamn neighborhood in the city, including Crown Heights and Bed-Stuy and Bushwick. So finally to get to the West Village and then to buy it was
Yeah,
a big
that's
deal
huge.
for me. So yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
I just bought it, so I don't want to like let anybody in yet.
Oh, you just bought it.
I bought it and
Yeah.
became mine in January of
Wow.
last year. So I've had it 1 year.
And you
Wow.
put furniture up?
I mean, I bought furniture. This is how douchey
Because it's
I
yours
am.
now,
It's
so you
mine.
feel like...
I've never had a home. I've lived with 8 guys. I've lived with, college frat
Yeah.
house, dorm room, the whole thing. So this is my first home that's all mine. I bought a rug. I bought a couch. I bought a TV. I bought a table, the lamp. It's all bought.
And a poster.
And a poster. No, actually, this is how gay I am. I printed out a bunch of pictures of me and all my friends from the internet, and I went to the thrift store and bought frames, like, wacky frames of all different colors and shapes, and I matched them up to the pictures, and I put them all on the wall in like a scattered, fun look. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
But it took, weeks.
So you just put pictures up of yourself on your wall.
No, it's like,
I know,
friends
I
and
know,
parents and my aunt and my anal, all this shit. So it's
That's
a little
great.
everything.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
it feels good.
I fucked a homeowner. That's
You
great.
fucked a homeowner.
There you,
You know?
go.
Hey.
I think you said homo. But yeah, that's me.
I love the West Village.
It's the best.
And the dog sit on Morton Street.
I'm
that's
on
a great...
10th.
Oh, okay.
10th and Bleecker.
That's a great area. Mm-hmm. Also for the comedy, so it's the best.
Perfect. Right
What
there.
a
at the
life.
One train. It's going well. Things are good. Till anybody hears this. But
Are you afraid that things would end? I'm sure does that motivate you, the idea of failure?
oh yeah, that's the weird thing. This is how stupid and weird and fucked up I am. I'm not scared of getting dumped because I'm like, oh, my heart's broken. I'm scared of failing in the relationship. Is that weird? Does that make sense?
What do you mean?
Like, I'm not, like, if a girl dumps me, I just go, what'd I do wrong? I almost look at it like a bad performance. Like, how did I go wrong? But I should look at it as this person doesn't like me. But I don't see it that way because I don't care really if you like me. Does that make sense? That's how screwed up I am. I'm like, I failed her. But I should be worried about, why didn't she like me?
It wasn't like a good match.
Yeah,
you
I
should
just,
be-
I
But
go,
if
I
you're
could have done
being
this, I could have done
yourself,
that.
then you shouldn't worry about it.
I agree, but when am I being
Have you
myself?
ever been in love?
Oh, yeah, I was in love with the 12-year.
Oh.
But it wasn't,
Oh.
wasn't meant to be. Marriage.
Yeah.
Like, I see her, I follow her on Instagram. She's got a new boyfriend, like,
What does
good-looking
he do?
guy. I think he's like a sound mixer. It might be him.
Do you like her pictures still?
No, I don't like him. No,
You just
no,
see
no.
them.
Are they up on your wall in your new apartment?
Yeah, they're all framed.
Those are just them too?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So things are good, and I'm in a good place, and your life is fixable, folks. We're very lucky. I mean, there's people with ass cancer and AIDS and no food and, one leg and all this shit, and we're semi-attractive, youngish people living in New York trying to pursue a dream. I mean, the just where we are right now is like a slim 1% of happy, of doing what we want. Well, where are you from?
Michigan.
Michigan, a shitty hellhole of a state.
Yeah.
Nothing good
Yeah.
comes from Michigan
Except me.
except
A blowjob and a cab.
yes,
Yes.
there you go. That's the Michigan way. That should be the Michigan flag. I got my Red Wings, I'll tell you that. All right. Pretty proud
You
of
got a
that one.
tampon in? All right.
Good. Okay, let's wrap this up.
That's why we
Okay.
had to go beach. Tampon was at half mast. I don't know what that meant. But yeah, it was a fun night, and we all are better for it.
I think Mars lost weight on this episode.
Yeah, well, the chair's wet, that's for sure.
You better sleep on the other side.
Yeah, it's cold in here.
All right.
All right.
Where can we
63.
find you, Mark? Where can
Did you know
In a
each
cab.
other before?
Oh my God.
That night?
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, met at a comedy show
All right.
or two.
Yeah.
And, she made it happen. But, yeah, that was that.
All right, where can we find you
Yeah.
online there?
Check me out, website, marknormancomedy.com. I'm coming to a city near you. I'm pretty much on the road, and every weekend. I just got back from Royal Oak, actually.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, I'm all over this goddamn country. So come on out, and, you can find me on YouTube and Twitter and Instagram, the whole nine. And listen to my podcast, Tuesdays with Stories.
I was on it.
Yes, he was on. We
It
were
was
really
fun. It was
pretty
awesome.
desperate for a guest, and he
Yeah, I begged
stepped
just
up.
enough. I begged
Yeah.
just enough.
But you
This
got-
was years ago.
You got good stories, though.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. And thanks
so-
for doing this podcast.
Yes,
It was unbelievable.
thank
Thanks for having me, and great place you got here, Marsh.
Thanks. Andrew, where can we find you?
I'm going out on the road with Mark. It's going to be great. We just did Royal Oaks. It was great. It was
There you go.
unbelievable.
Wow, no, I didn't even notice you.
Yeah, no, I did. I closed.
Oh, you closed?
Yeah, I closed. Yeah,
All
that was
right.
pretty good. I did all right. Andrew T. Collin on Instagram and Twitter. Please check it out.
Marshall.
Soundlunch.com.
Beautiful. And then you can always follow us on Instagram at Happy Never After Podcast or on Twitter, HNA Pod. Or you can follow me directly at Mara Merrick. If I don't kill myself. Thanks, guys, so much. Have a good one.